I had sex for an hour and 24 seconds yesterday. Thank you very much, daylight savings.
That's the kind of energy he's bringing in.
Oh, man.
And then we're going to start talking about Joker, and it's going to plummet.
It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. So won't you lend an ear?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Meandering Movie Podcast, where I am...
Have I had to say your name?
Gary.
Thank you. You are...
Gary. No, Gavin. First hurdle.
I had a good name prepared.
And you are?
I am the bane of your existence.
Wrong movie.
I know, because we're on with just...
Good, that's funny.
See?
And we are joined today by our podcast pal, PP. Big PP, Big Brain PP.
That's my own name?
Yeah, say your name.
You can say your name or a nickname or your moniker of choosing. Or if you'd like a Twitter handle.
Or if you'd like to give us your national insurance number and your mother's maiden name.
If you want to put in your credit card details here, I need your CTV, otherwise Amazon is going to expire and your membership will lapse.
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Good to have you back, man.
It's been a while.
It has been. It's been ages. And yeah, it's...
First time we've had someone come back on, so clearly we're doing something right.
We're doing something right. We're professionals.
If
Please
you're
don't
listening,
shut
call
us
the
down.
police. I'm here against my will.
Yeah.
Ollie Boy is currently holding a gun to Ryan's head.
It's that time. DC's released a new one. Technically.
And we thought, if that's the case, we need to get resident DC expert.
Resident DC man.
Ryan.
Dick Cheeseman. Resident Dick
Because
Cheese.
when we came out of this film, he was saying, "Oh, did you notice this Easter egg or that thing?" And I was like, "No, because I'm not sad like you." And he was like, "Cool, man."
Was there a lot of Easter eggs in that?
No, not really. They kept the kind of Easter egg small.
Yeah. Okay, wait, sorry. Before we crack on, we are going to be talking about Joker.
Is that an egg pun? No? Sorry.
It was. It was an See, what happens is I say things, and my brain is so intelligent, but my frontal cortex isn't. So it comes up with gold, and I say the gold, but I don't even know I've said it.
For the listener, Gary's word just saying yes, his face was saying no.
See, we are going to talk about Joker. It's DC's latest movie, Joaquin Phoenix and Barney's mother from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, sure.
Robert De Niro.
And Robert De Niro.
Are you just saying random, like other films? Domino from Deadpool 2?
Domino from Deadpool 2 are all actors that appeared in
The
this
guy
film.
who played Brick in the second series of Outnumbered, the British TV show. He played Alfred Pennywise.
Was that him?
Who I presume was Alfred Pennywise. Yeah,
It was Alfred.
He had a ponytail and
It was in the credits.
and
Alfred
Outnumbered.
Pennywise.
Douglas
Pennyworth?
Hodge is his name.
Pennyworth.
You said Pennywise.
I'm thinking of the clown from it.
I feel like we should just say
It's
off,
actually both.
we should just say off the bat that the actor who played Alfred Pennyworth was not a good Alfred Pennyworth because he was a weak bitch, and Alfred Pennyworth is not a weak bitch.
He's also portly, like the
He was a
Pillsbury
portly
Doughboy, wasn't
gentleman.
he? He looked
But
soft.
thankfully, Alfred then gets AIDS after that, and that's why he becomes so skinny.
Alfred would fuck you up.
I know, he was
son.
in like the SAS or something.
Secret Army Soldiers.
Yeah, Secret Army Soldiers.
He was part
No,
of
he
the...
just has sass. Just sassy.
That's
I
why
like
he
the-
afford that big mansion.
I do like the comics where Arthur
Conan Doyle.
Arthur Pennywise,
Fuck, Alfred.
as we're now calling him.
Arthur Pennywise, the butler of Gotham.
The Butler of Gotham.
the Butler of
For
Gotham.
all of the Gothamites.
Arthur Pennywise, the nanny of Metropolis. That is fact.
I do like the comics where he Batman goes out and he's like, look after the mansion, Alfred. And he goes, yeah, I'll look after the Alfred.
I'll look after
What's
myself.
happening?
I'll look after the Alfred mansion.
What is happening?
Oh god, it's the dementia is back.
Batman's gone.
Let's
It's
just
the
rewind
Alfred
to,
mansion
let's
now.
rewind to 2 minutes ago when Guy's like, I'm really smart in my head, but
And he goes, yeah, I'll look after Wayne Manor. Don't you worry, Batman. And he watches him zip off in his Batwing or his Batmobile or his Bat whatever the fuck he wants.
Batboat.
And then turns around to his gun locker
roller skates.
and pulls out a shotgun or some other assault rifle of some description. Instantly, the moment Bruce is out the picture and he goes, yeah, motherfucker, come near me and I'll show you what happens. Because he ain't afraid to shoot a bitch.
Yeah.
but he is afraid to deal with a suspected pedophile in any sort of significant way, i.e. a Joker.
Joaquin
Aye,
Phoenix
Joker.
did look hefty like a pedophile.
Yeah, he
looked-
tells Thomas Wayne.
I've just said pedophile because you said it and now I hate myself.
He tells
it's a
Tom, he
pedophile.
runs
Pedophile.
back to Daddy. Mr. Wayne, there was a
There is a nasty man out there. I don't know
man
why
who
this is the
touched
voice we've
Bruce.
chosen for Alfred
He had his
Pennyworth.
fingers in his mouth.
Do you know what was nice? It was nice that, like, obviously they gave Joker a name.
Yeah.
Was it? Was that nice?
It was nice that they gave him. Obviously, he was adopted, so it's not like this is your name. So that was
That's
fine.
true,
They
actually.
covered that.
Is your
But
name.
it was nice that his name wasn't like
Arthur Fleck was the
Joe-
name.
John Oker,
Joker.
like all other
Oh,
Batman
yeah.
villains.
Mr. P. Engwin.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing I want to that we should point. Well, I don't know.
So wait, sorry, we have already slipped into. Let's just talk about the movie. So before we go on, it's the latest film. Joaquin Phoenix is in it as
Directed by
the other.
Todd Phillips, who did The Hangover 1, 2, 3, and Due Date. So that gives you some insight.
Did he direct Judy as well? But that's out now.
Not Due Date.
Oh, Judy. I was
With Robert Downey
what
Jr. and Zach
what the
Galifianakis?
Judy Garland movie that's currently
No,
out? That was
definitely not.
surprising.
He was.
You can catch it in cinemas. It should be going for the next little while, and it's been before this point. There's a bit of controversy around it. It's been touted as presumably one of the best. Oh, a lot of people have been saying it's the best performance. It's one of the best movies you've ever seen. It's dark. It's gritty. It's great.
Jesus Christ.
And
Todd
then-
Phillips also directed Starsky and Hutch.
And then
Yeah, the Ben Stiller one.
yeah.
he did.
What's happening?
then people started to see it, and very quickly the reviews were coming back and saying, I mean, it's fine, but I
mean,
don't know who said it was
it-
going to be a
At
masterpiece.
Cannes Film Festival, it got a standing ovation, but that's like saying the sky is blue because you could literally show like 2 hours of just blackness, and then at Cannes Film Festival, it would stand up and give it a standing
because
ovation
of its dark and deep and emotional resonance.
Yeah,
of
there's oh my
whatever.
god, it's so. But yeah, after Cannes Film Festival, when it started to get out to press and stuff, there was the opinions started to
Started to
mix.
shift.
Yeah, it started to go from maybe this film's problematic in what it says and how it goes about expressing it. And now we've all seen it.
We wanted to talk about it.
Do we feel this film is problematic?
I mean, yeah. So my
Do you-
my first thoughts coming out of it, first off the bat thoughts was I don't
need
know
to
if I
pee.
enjoyed that or not.
Oh,
Straight
mine was
away.
I need to pee. That was my first
That's your
thought.
first thought. I was like, I don't know if I enjoyed that or not. And then I managed to separate. So I hate it as a DC movie. As a Joker film, I hate it. I there was so much that I can gripe with about it being a film about the Joker and the fact that Batman's in it and the Wayne family and Gotham. And I think it ruins, not ruins, but it just
It ruined your
makes-
childhood.
it just makes a universe small. And I've spoken about it before with Star Wars. I hate when series decide to get so fucking insular on themselves. And now the Joker in this version is tied to the Wayne shootings and he's tied to the Wayne family and he's fucking been around since before Batman. It's like, fuck off. Like,
Yeah, I
fuck
hate that as
off.
well. Like, that's the first thing I said when we came out
Yeah.
was it was made for like not stupid people. That's that's a silly thing to say, but it was made too obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, see the first time that Joker's mother mentions the Wayne family,
And he's
I was like, please just let that be it.
yeah.
And if that was it, that would be a great little mention.
Maybe just have him appear on television every so often, saying some stuff.
Or yeah, maybe some headline stuff in the background. But it was like the Wayne family are in this, and you're not fucking getting away from that.
And he goes and he meets little Bruce at the front gates.
Also, I'm glad we've circled back to that scene. There was a point in history where, for a long period of time, Joaquin Phoenix had to put his thumbs in the mouth of a small child and just play with it. And I'm like, what is the world we live in right now? That's a moment in history that's occurred.
It also, as far as I'm concerned, and my geeky brain was getting pissed off, it also ruins Batman. Because Batman, I mean, he's what, 8 years old in that film?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
the age stuff was all off.
Maybe he's young, but he's definitely old enough that when he turns into Batman in this universe,
Yeah, Joker
he
will have
would-
a walking
he would
stick.
go and type into the Arkham database and see a picture of maybe a younger Joker and go, that's the guy that fucking put his fingers in my mouth when I was a kid.
Well, even if he didn't, he just like he's always like, I don't know who Joker is. I've never known his identity. It's the guy who shot Robert De Niro on TV,
Also that.
which will probably be kept forever.
Yeah, it's going to be like
Forever.
when Channel 5 does the most shocking moments in
Exactly. Like,
television history.
all Batman has
Number
to do
one.
is go on Google. Batman's greatest
there's
tool.
now such a paper trail to catch Joker and to
Yeah.
find out where he's from and to go as far back as you want.
Let's be honest. This is a Todd Phillips film. Like, again, he did the Hangover movies, Due Date, Starsky and Hutch, which I just found out today. That's what the fuck. And so, yeah, this man's was then given a Joker movie. And I don't know what I expected, but it's a case of this movie has I love saying this a lot, the subtlety of a jackhammer to the face, because there is no subtlety. There's no kind of shadowy, like, oh, what's going on here? Do you not understand what's happening? Is this got more meaning to it? It's like, nope, it's just in your face of, this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm doing. Here's Bruce Wayne, here's the moment with they snatch the pearls from Martha and then shoot her. Just like,
That was so annoying.
It was so
just like,
annoying.
I feel like I actually had some good stuff to say. I felt like I was really negative last time. But
that's the way we work. We'll get to
but,
positivity.
see that bit? If like you'd saw them coming out of the cinema, I'd already admitted they were in it way more than I wanted them to be. Fine. Okay, whatever.
You've seen them come out, and you
They see them go,
especially because
you see them go down the alley. Even if you see that guy just following them, just leave it.
Just cut away.
Even before all of that, while the riot is ongoing, showing the cinema have the mask of Zorro on.
that's all you need.
That was the point when I went,
Yeah.
okay,
I understand what's about to
I get what
happen.
you're about to do. Nice, fine. You didn't have to show. Yeah, you're right. The entire fucking outline of
Especially the pearls thing.
Yeah.
Just quit it.
it.
I'm sick of watching Martha Wayne get shot. I'm sick of watching Peter Parker get bit by a fucking spider. Just leave it.
And I'm sick of Shazam whatever Shazam's origin story is. I don't know.
Orphan.
Oh, okay, there we go.
They're all orphans.
Yeah. It's like Disney movies where parents are always dead in Disney movies.
People come into a room and like, I want to join the Justice League. Like, oh, how's your relationship with your mum and dad? They're like, yeah, fine. Sorry, pal.
Not gonna happen.
man.
You're right.
Sorry. Wait, your planet's still in the solar system?
And your mum's not called Martha? Get the fuck.
So yeah, so as a geeky comic book film, I hated so much about how small it's now made that version of the universe. And I know they've said that they're not going to be doing a sequel or a series or any of that
This
shit.
movie has made a shit ton of fucking money. They're going to do a sequel to this.
Well, and outside that, it makes the film feel so fucking pointless. It just
Yeah.
makes the film. If there was never any plan to do a sequel or a series or anything, it feels like it's such a weird place to just stop
But I
the
think-
origin of Joker.
Absolutely.
I think
yeah.
that's DC at this point just playing damage control of just like, because let's be honest, their track record fucking horrendous. So they're just kind of like, let's just do a Joker movie. No one, like when they announced they were doing a Joker movie, most people were just like, why? No one wants this. We don't need it. Don't do it. So DC were already
Especially
on
because they've not announced really where the Joker's from in the comics. There's been the occasional
not really.
spin-off universe where
Yeah, like-
you find out under the Red Hood story, but there's not been a full-on... correct me if I'm wrong. There's not been an actual main Batman story, like...
I guess the
I
Killing
think,
Joke.
I think the
timeline.
new 52 have named the Joker and stuff.
Have
but
they?
That's horseshit anyway, so who cares? But yeah, the original stuff is just the Red Hood kind of thing, falling into the vat, that kind of idea.
Yeah. And it's all shrouded in mystery, and the whole point of it is it's shrouded in mystery. Nobody knows where he came from. All we know is that he really came into height of his evilness when Batman arrives, because he is Batman's
Counterpart.
Zen.
Because
yin,
there's that
yang.
line in Civil War, which I know is not DC, so I'm very sorry about that.
Do it quickly.
Okay.
Do it once.
Okay. Where Vision's like, since all these superheroes started showing up, the anti-hero people it's kind of become even more exponential that these people are here to fight.
Yeah.
So it's like, our power brings conflict. And that's the kind of thing with Batman. It's like, Batman and Gotham is going to pull these awful little
People out.
out of the corners of the...
But not in Joker.
But I think with the whole point of
In
Batman
Joker,
was
he's
that-
just a cunt who starts a riot, and he's been around since the beginning.
But the Batman comics were done oppositely to that. Was the whole point was that Bruce Wayne grew up in such a corrupt, bad city that let his like parents die, was that he became the answer to the villains that were already there. Like it's not like Marvel actually is always kind of vice versa. Like the heroes started, they're like,
Then
we're the
they-
heroes that are here, and they're like, everyone's like, why are you here? There's no reason for you to be here. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you've made your own reason.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
now Iron Man's got a plethora of bad guys that are getting progressively stronger and stronger. Well, now we need you.
Yeah, stop leaving
you
the keys.
asshole.
Stop leaving the keys in your suits, Tony Stark, because people keep using those against you.
It's true. A lot of people...
But yeah, I feel like Batman was kind of the opposite. It was all these bad guys were already there in this corrupt gothic city.
Yeah, but
And
Joker's
he was the answer to that. But Joker's not-
the one exception to that
Yeah,
rule, because
yeah.
Joker's whole shtick is, I wouldn't be here without you, Batman. So you want to stop? I'll stop.
It's the same as
The only
like,
reason I keep going is because I know you're going to keep fucking taking the bait. Like,
They feed off each other.
yeah.
feed off each
And
other.
there's loads of that in DC as well. Like loads of DC heroes have a direct counterpart with lots of villains. Like Batman has, Freeze, Penguin, Bane.
Well,
but
yeah, and
Joker's
there's
just
that
direct.
whole thing of every one of Batman's main rogues gallery is
Yeah.
a counterpoint to his
Psyche.
ethos.
Yeah,
his
parts
psyche.
about
You know?
him, yeah.
So he grew up with money, and the Penguin's got crooked. You know what I mean? Crooked
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
It's all twisted versions. That's it. They're not counterparts. They're twisted versions. Enigma, he's the world's greatest detective. Enigma is the world's trickiest, smartest man, but he does it in a twisted way. Yada 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 yada
Yeah.
yada.
I'd love to be
It's
the
the same
world's
as
trickiest man.
like Zoom and the Flash and stuff as well.
Yeah.
As exactly the same.
It's and also it's a lazy, easy way for comic book writers to come up with a new bad guy. Wait, what do we got? Guy who runs fast. What about another guy that runs fast but it has a different color scheme?
Yeah, but then let's cut to whoever the person was. Oh, it should be one of Flash's villains. How about a big talking gorilla? Perfect. Draw it. Let's do it. It's like, what? It's like,
Just the gorilla? Or are you going to use his gorilla strength and the fact he can talk? Like, telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Yeah, give
Yeah,
him,
give it
give him
telekinesis.
more powers. That's what we need.
I can't wait for DC to get to the point where they do a Gorilla Grodd origin movie. Where it's
Never
like,
gonna
fucking-
happen.
please let it happen.
Keep
Never
chucking
gonna
him out now.
happen. We're definitely going to do like Killer Croc. Like
Oh, aye. I want a Slipknot origin movie and find out what his whole deal was before he got his head blown off in
do you
Suicide
mean the
Squad.
9-piece band from Iowa?
Absolutely.
People equal shit.
Yeah, no one wants to know what like any of the villains in Suicide Squad's origin.
I mean-
have you seen? Are we going to go into the Birds of Prey trailer? This
Well, I
early?
mean, we're in the DC universe. Birds of Prey trailer.
Not good.
shit.
Real
Oh,
bad.
man.
Quite
Oh,
awful.
man.
The only bit that looks good is when Margot Robbie's like eating a strawberry lace with one of her hyenas.
That was kind of
looked
cool.
Oh, yeah, the hyena
I like
flashes
that they
up for a
brought the
split
hyenas into
second,
it.
right?
They're called like shits and giggles or something. I can't remember what they're called. It's not that, but it's like that.
I just like it though. It's like
They're not called
gigs.
They're not called shits and giggles, but
why were you not writing this movie?
it's very close to that.
Oh, man.
I wish they were called shits and giggles.
It would be
It's
so
gonna
much better.
it's gonna be
Because I
so
like
dis-
how if she brings them into the Joker and goes, yeah, these are my two pets. This one's called Giggles, and the Joker goes, very good. And the other one? Shits.
Yeah, I know that, but what's his name?
Whereas we know instead it's going to be something much shitter. Like she's
Oh,
going
no,
to.
they actually have
Duncan.
names.
What?
Bud and Lou.
Wow,
are the
that's
names.
really not
Is that
close
their
to
name?
what.
Yeah.
I thought there was something to do with like laughing. No,
Was
Was
Abbott and Costello? It's Bud and Lou.
Ursula's two eels are named Flotsam and Jetsam
wow.
because they're water related.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Joker, I feel, is of all the origins movies we've had a lot recently, like Solo and stuff like that. I feel that Joker was one that didn't do the origin formula that we're all kind of sick of.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's how he got his purple suit. Here's how he got the name Joker. I mean, they do that, but it's kind of just like it's just a flippant thing that happens
Doesn't get
on
a
the
purple
TV.
suit though, does he?
It's,
Like
it's maroon red.
they're quite
Yeah.
adamant that it's not the Joker you know.
Yeah, it's,
Well, that's what Todd Phillips even said. He's like, this film will start with a Warner Brothers logo, and that is it. There was no DC intro or anything like
That's
that.
true, yeah, there
At the
wasn't.
start,
Yeah.
there was no marketing for it being DC. And he did say,
Which is-
he's like, I'm going to make you angry. You DC fans are going to be angry.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
But at this point, what do DC fans have left? Is they're not exactly being treated to masterpieces
are
anymore.
there DC fans left?
I mean, of maybe the comic books and the animated
Aren't
films.
you a self-proclaimed DC fan?
Yeah, but I think when it comes to the films though, I've lost no.
Did you even?
I've given up all hope.
Did
that
you
they're
see
gonna make a
Shazam?
film. I didn't bother.
Did you see The Kitchen?
Pardon?
The Kitchen. That came out like
With
a month ago.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. It's a DC comic.
Oh, really?
Is
yeah.
it?
Yeah, Phil told me this, or Audio Boy told
my
me this.
God.
It's in the Vertigo ones with like V for Vendetta and all this.
Who's in it?
Melissa McCarthy.
I'm not going to watch it.
Easy as that. Done. Out.
I'm out.
Yeah, but I feel like as an origin movie, it doesn't do the. Oh, I guess I'll just call you Solo because
Yeah.
you don't have parents. It doesn't do anything that awful, but it does.
Doesn't it?
I mean, I
I'm
think
going to show that video again of Joker, the guy who's not that funny and has clear mental health issues. Just put him back up. Joker. Once again, I just want to clarify that I'm referring to that guy as the Joker.
I didn't feel like when it happened, it didn't stand out to me. It wasn't just like I didn't have an eye roll moment like I did with Solo.
I did.
And it didn't have a moment where like he's walking by a department store and he sees a purple suit and he stops and walks back and goes, I like it.
The purple
And then
suit
like,
was in it though. Did you know that? Yeah. Look, he Joaquin Phoenix never wears it, but I remember seeing it. It was on somebody else at the comedy club was wearing it when Joaquin Phoenix goes to do his first set. It's some random guy is just wearing it, and I went, "Oh, cool, there it is." I thought he was going to take it off of him.
I'm
That
glad it
random
didn't.
guy also had a lily full of acid.
That made me laugh. That was my favorite laugh in the whole film when Joaquin Phoenix gets the shit kicked out of him at the very beginning, and he's laying crying on the alley floor, and his flower just starts leaking.
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like I got one last annoyance to get out of the way.
Well, I've got a couple more for this.
Oh, yeah, no,
Maybe I've
sorry.
got-
I feel like
maybe
I feel like I've gone big on the geek shit.
Maybe I've got a few more.
I haven't even started talking about the film. Yeah,
But,
and
like-
so sorry, just before you guys, because you guys can. What I wanted to do really is I wanted to get all that out the way, because then I wanted, and I think up to you guys, but I wanted to take the film on a film level after that point, because like as a DC film, I hate it. And I feel like if you strip out all the DC stuff, you've got something that can stand alone, because why the fuck
absolutely.
wouldn't it? And I kind of want to take it at face value rather than it just thinking like, oh, I'm annoyed because of the Joker shit, because that's a given.
Yes.
So yeah, anyway, continue.
I think like one thing that really annoyed me was the fact that they made the sort of the laughing thing like a weird
Neurological condition.
Yeah, he's like that. They kind of exchanged it for crying and stuff like that. I was like, so what, you're trying to tell me that every time the Joker laughs at Batman, he's crying?
Yeah, well, I was thinking that like because I think the problem with the whole laughing stuff is Joaquin Phoenix does it, like he nails that Joker laugh. It's
so good.
so good. But after the 8th scene of him sitting alone in a room just laughing, I'm like, we don't need to keep doing this. We don't. This movie's 2 hours, and you've spent at least 15 of it just him in a room alone, or like.
I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you disagree?
More
Well, I think if we're gonna have a Joker origin story, if they're gonna fuck everything else up, you've got to have him laughing all the time. Like you're gonna at least have something.
I know, but it just because here's my biggest problem with this movie is the beginning is so badly paced, and it's repetitive after a while. It just feels like the film was spinning its wheels. It didn't really know where to go. It didn't know what it wanted to do for
Look
a while.
how bad Arthur Fleck's life is. Look at him suffer.
It kind of
Look
runs
at him
down
have
a
a shit one.
checklist of just like
Yeah.
lives at home with his mum,
Look at him be a loner.
gets fired, gets beat up.
He can't
like,
even be nice to this kid because
his
this woman thinks he's a fucking
his
lunatic.
psychologist has to fire him. Doesn't it's like we get it. You're just going around in circles, and we're just doing the same. Like, so he's lost his job. Cry, laughs, cry, laughs. He gets beat up. Cry, laughs, cry, laughs. His mum's like delusional, or whatever. Cry, laugh, cry. I was like, okay, I get it. Can we get on with this? And when it finally gets on with it, and it gets to the point where it clicks, he stops taking his medication, and he becomes who he
More unhinged.
was always maybe going to be, because the medication was maybe dousing that.
Which I think it is, because they show that scene early on where he's writing with his right hand, and he's like the handwriting in his book's normal, and then he like literally is sitting there, and you see him switch, and he writes with his left hand to finish the joke, and it's like that scrawling madness.
It's when that begins, like it's when that kicks in. It's like this movie then finds its footing, and it just goes. And at that point, I was like, "No, man, you've got me." This is because Joaquin Phoenix in this movie is magnetic. Like he is astonishing in this movie. Like physically, he transforms himself.
It's the one thing that I'm sure everyone will agree with, that his performance is stellar.
Yeah,
Like he really nails it.
Like
Everything in the film that's not Joaquin Phoenix is shit.
Is what?
I think everything in the film that's not him is really badly done. Like everything Todd Phillips has done for a start, don't bother. Like Joaquin Phoenix could have just done the film.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. He really like brings it up. If Joaquin Phoenix if someone else was cast as that and he didn't bring what he brought, that film would have been on Netflix already.
yeah, Joaquin Phoenix really holds that film together and elevates it into something more, because he
Whacks out of the park.
Fun noise.
play
Look at
the
him
fun
nodding. Yeah, I know.
It's just like at this point, I know what I'm here for. But yeah, I feel like he gave everything over to that performance. He like you talked about how the losing the weight was so effective mentally for him that played a factor in that performance. And I think everything from the way he speaks to the laugh, the way he looks physically, the way he carries himself. Like in the beginning, he's kind of meek and his shoulders are hunched and his head's down. But then later in the film, when he becomes him, he strides around the place with confidence. And
The dance scene's really good in this
and he's
as well.
Joaquin Phoenix is a fucking amazing dancer. I just wanted to watch him dance anywhere all the time.
Dancing's good. Like the dancing.
Like when he's going down
also,
the stairs.
surprisingly good clown.
Yeah, absolutely. The makeup is a different take as well. I'm glad they kind of just couldn't go with the dark eyes, big smile, white face.
I was more meaning the actual. It's most professionally trained actors have to do some clown training. The idea being that if you can make someone laugh without saying anything, like pure physical comedy, it's a really helpful, useful acting tool. And like a bunch of his facial expressions and just him doing the clown training.
Him
was-
in the hospital.
him in the hospital. The bit when he does go see Bruce and he kind of like elevators down and then comes back up.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just He's his clown. Wacom Phoenix. I respected your clown training. I don't know if you picked that up recently or back in the academy.
It was
but
probably when he was
He
doing.
did it before he did Walk the Line.
well done. Exactly.
You got to my joke before me.
I know.
Make fast your last.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is definitely incredible in this film, but like we've all said, it's the film around him that it starts to let him down. Like,
struggles.
because for me, I feel like the most disturbing aspect of this movie is the way it looks at society and the way it approaches it is so sinister and so uncomfortable that I'm kind of worried as to how weak-minded people out there who think, oh, I'm going to be like the Joker now, and they're going to respond to it in that way. And that what's kind of worries me about this movie, because there's points where I'm sitting there watching it and there's some really messed up shit happening on the screen, but there's people in the audience around us laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? Because this isn't supposed to be funny. This movie isn't a comedy, it's a tragedy. And I'm kind of worried that they're like, this is funny, like, because I relate to this, or this is what real life is like. I'm kind of like, what are we saying? What's Todd Phillips saying here?
Yeah, he's kind of towed that weird line in Gotham, air quote marks, where
it's very much just New York of the 70s.
it's very much New York. There's very little about it that's so comically villainous that it can be mistaken for Gotham. You know, it's very. There's this trash strike on. It's a bit of a shithole. These
super
Wall Street
rats.
guys, super rats.
This kind of shit they would talk about in like 70s pulp papers and stuff.
Yeah, it is very much just New York, and it's so grounded in the real world. But then that's another. I think this is where we're kind of in that blending part now, where it's what is it not like a comic book, and then once you strip all of that away, and you're left with a film which is about a mentally struggling man, mentally coping man who becomes an evil villain, I guess.
Yeah. Or
When
he
you look
becomes
at it,
a beacon for
for
the breaking of society, almost.
and when you
A
look at it
martyr.
without the Joker and the Batman and all that kind of DC flair, you are left with a very problematic movie. Like,
Yeah.
like it takes very little from Joaquin Phoenix's Joker to go from like a meek, unhelped member of society to evil.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
you know?
there's very little even comic stuff that's just carried by the Joker. Mm-hmm. Like most of the comic stuff the Joker does is like Batman following this mystery, what's going on, lots of mystery, twists and turns. Oh, it was the Joker the whole time.
Yeah.
And the Joker's getting a little bit of page time, maybe some mentions and stuff, but very little. Like it was hard to have that character carry the whole thing. They had to add so much to the character that wasn't even there.
Yeah.
The one thing that really annoyed me as well was the fact he smoked so much.
Yeah.
Like, because the Joker, the idea of the Joker smoking is crazy. It's like the same as him going to get fucking damage tattooed on his head. Like, it's an act of thinking about something. Like,
Yeah.
the Joker's about to commit a heist. He's like, yeah, just 2 seconds, I gotta go buy some snouts.
Yeah.
Like the whole act of it's humanizing him too much.
Yeah,
You know?
and the film really does that way too much. By the end, when you've got your villain, and I think that's it, because without all the DC flair, you're left with a Taxi Driver. You're
It's very much a Taxi Driver film.
You got Taxi Driver and you got King of Comedy. Two Scorsese
and
films.
a little,
so
a
it's
little,
like-
little bit of Machinist thrown in.
I was also thinking like Falling Down as well.
Yeah,
With Michael Douglas.
you're left with a film that is very much one of these, and by the end of it, it's tried to make you feel sympathy for a character who you know the arc of, you know he's going to end up being the beacon of evil, and it's weird that they try and appeal to you early on, and then you're sitting there knowing that.
I think the problem all comes back to Todd Phillips.
Yeah.
Because if you look at, and yeah, I'm going to stick with Todd Phillips. I was going to say the writer, but I mean, writing wise, the film, I don't know if that's a problem. It's more just, I think, what Todd Phillips presents. Because if you look at Taxi Driver,
Still need to do that episode on what does a director do, what does a writer do,
Yeah.
who's to blame when a shithole movie comes out.
I mean, if it's a M. Night Shyamalan movie, it's definitely M. Night Shyamalan. But it's like, if you look at Taxi Driver, that's a story of a man who's trying to be a member of society, but society almost doesn't want him, and he feels like he's being pushed away, and he's being pushed to the point where he finally snaps. Whereas Joker is a man who, from the moment he was born, is unwanted, and it causes great mental strife within him. So the moment we get to him, he's already mentally broken, and we're supposed to then try and
Oh,
connect
'cause
to
then
him
it brings
somehow.
up all that. Oh, you don't remember it because you repressed it, but also you were beaten as a kid.
Yeah,
you were
it's
tied
like-
to a radiator, and your mother doesn't really love you, and everyone hates
And it's
you.
almost like, what are we supposed to achieve from this, other than be like, it's the Joker? But if you take the Joker name out of it, and this is just a man who has great mental problems, just being beaten down to the point where he's like, okay, I'm just going to start killing people. And I'm like, well, what's there for us, the audience, to then connect to or relate
Oh,
to
yeah,
or
totally.
sympathize with? It's like, you
Well,
can't sympathize with
we've
this
all been made
character.
fun of by a Saturday Night Live host from our comedy sketches and comedy skits that we've done.
Yeah, that's another thing where
Stand-up.
it goes from like, he's a nothing person to he's on the talk show. I'm just like, this is a stretch. This
Yeah.
like, or when he gets in, he just walks into the theatre, into the bathroom. There's Thomas Wayne. He's like, hey man, and I'm like, no one at any point stopped him from getting into the bath. I'm like,
sneaked in and just
Did a sneaking.
did a sneak.
Sure.
Basically Batman.
sure, yeah. He was up in the ducks the entire time, just like jumping down and picking people up and strapping them to a gargoyle.
I think that kind of annoyed me as well was obviously we all know the shit that Joker ends up doing, and they were basically like, these are terrible things, but you were abused as a child and you were adopted, and I know a few people who were abused as children and who have been adopted, and they don't go around stealing police commissioners and tying them up as babies and making dwarves kick the shit out of them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this, none of the stuff that happens in the film excuses the stuff that we know that's coming.
Yeah.
Like, there is no huge. This sounds.
I mean,
sort of sadistic for me.
even by the end of the movie, though, even by
Yeah.
the end of the movie, the three Wall Street guys, you were kind of like, well,
They were also hitting on that girl, which made him like a protagonist scene as well. Like they were giving
yeah,
that girl
totally.
like a
They
hard
Tried to like
time.
make him the hero in that situation.
Yeah,
it's such a
absolutely.
weird but that was exactly what that scene. You kind of go, well, these guys are kind of dickheads, and I have no remorse that you've just shot all three of them.
Absolutely not.
Because they were being cunts.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the film, where he shoots Robert De Niro in the head because he did an Ellen DeGeneres and made fun of him, and yeah, he got him on, and the plan was very clearly to make fun of him some more in a roundabout way. You don't shoot someone in the head for that.
You 10 out of 10 get searched before all these shows. They do not let you
No,
go and
no,
sit
no.
in front of a famous person without searching you.
Not in Gotham in the 70s, though, Ryan.
Yeah,
Definitely do.
that's definitely a problem. Where it's just like the film just kind of allows things to happen because it needs them to happen, but it doesn't put any logic behind it. Like the whole, he gets into Thomas Wayne's, he walks up to Wayne Manor just with great ease. He wanders onto a talk show. It's just like,
Because Wayne Manor doesn't have the bat guns in that yet.
that's true.
I assume as well, I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but I assume it fails the Bechdel test, where the female characters
Yeah.
The Bechdel test.
Bechdel test, because
yeah, the whole
4 female characters, Martha Wayne, 2
I mean, would you
social-
count Martha Wayne? She's
Not
like,
really.
she's
sorry,
just
the mum as well. 5. So Martha Wayne, the 2 social workers,
Yeah.
his mother, and the girlfriend,
yes, in quotation marks.
in quotation marks, and it's like not a single one of them adds a single thing to the movie.
Zazie Beetz.
Or survives.
Also,
I mean, we don't know if it kills the Zazie Beetz' character,
Yeah.
the love interest. It leaves it. It's one of the
I
few
think
things.
the final scene makes you feel like he did kill her.
Yeah,
I mean, I think everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, how did you feel about that quote unquote love story angle?
Quote unquote ripping of The Sixth Sense and Fight Club.
And Machinist.
And loads of films, in fact.
Memento.
I mean, yeah, literally.
I feel like Todd Phillips was
Christopher
halfway through the
Nolan.
film and he was like, shit, this
He-
needs something.
He went, you know what I want to do? You know who I fucking love as a director? Christopher Nolan. I can do a Nolan. No, wait.
Martin
No?
Scorsese.
No, I was thinking Machinist.
No, it's not Christopher Nolan did that.
Who's that?
The Machinist was. I don't know.
I thought it was Nolan. I thought it was
Nope. Brad Anderson directed The Machinist.
Oh, really? What the fuck am I talking about then?
So yeah, he did.
The Nolan trilogy.
Nolan did Following, then the movie where with Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
Yeah, but he can't remember anything.
Memento.
So yeah, I forgot. Following, Memento, Insomnia, then Batman Begins. Then,
Oh, maybe it's Memento. Sorry, I think I watched Machinist and I watched Memento more or less back to back, and I think I've just for some reason lumped The Machinist into the into Nolan's
Definitely not
repertoire
Nolan.
for some reason. What a dickhead!
What a fool you are!
What a fucking cock I am!
You massive bellend.
I'm glad we both saw Downton Abbey, and now we both speak like this.
Yeah.
I
Did you
haven't
end up ever seeing Downton Abbey?
No, I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
We should have went to see Downton Abbey.
Fucking should it, man.
Not even funny.
I feel like you took me to the farewell, it broke me, and then nothing has been right since.
I'm so sorry. What I've done is I have passed my curse on to you.
I take someone to the cinema, I sit them down, I make them watch something, and then I leave, and I have a year of goodness in my life because the demon has passed on to that person.
I just spread it.
Oh, you just spread it?
I hold on
Like
to
a
it. Sadly.
plague.
Yeah, I'm a plague of just
You're a plague.
bad vibes.
You're a plague on human life.
Why do you think Audio Boy's like this?
What did he do to you?
Yeah, just spent time with me.
Where were we?
So you're Todd Phillips.
We were shit on Todd
Oh yeah,
Phillips.
the fake love story, the fake out.
Yeah.
I one called it more or less straight away, and then two thought it was so out of place, especially because they left it in that weird. You're right, they didn't show it on screen what happened to her, so you're just left with. Did he kill her and the daughter, or did he not? Or did
I
he-
mean,
Because him killing her in the door would have maybe been like the dark turning point I wanted.
right?
yeah.
Like that would
Not
that would have
killing
been
the
like, oh
kind of
shit, this guy
dickhead.
could really
Or-
go on to doing all the like shooting people in the spine for being Batgirl. Like I wanted things to show me what got him there, and it didn't. It was just
Yeah.
like this guy stopped taking his medication, now he's mental, which is also annoying because if he ever does go to Arkham Asylum, all they're going to do is just put him on that medication and he'll go back to being fine.
But
He's
yeah.
doing his right hand again. He's all right.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's a commentary of just like the failing mental health system in America, and that's what's making people this way. But then that's giving.
Don't
Yeah, but then
care.
that's.
Yeah.
But I think that's.
Don't care's harsh.
Oh, like
I think it's such a bad. It is such a bad description of mental health as well, in the sense that it's well, exactly that. That it's well, the only person that can help someone who's got mental health problems is themselves. There's no helping them from the outside, and I don't know.
They should have just been the scene where someone gave him all the advice that you get when you have bad mental health problems. Oh, have you been drinking enough water, Joker? Hey, Joker, have you tried yoga?
Have you tried yoga?
do some
Have you,
Bikram yoga.
You were fine yesterday. I don't understand what your problem is today.
Exactly. What have you got to be sad about?
Life is great.
Your mum's not even dead. Oh, wait, what?
So yeah, and that was the other like going back to the kind of the female issues with the film. When he kills the mum, I know that was another kind of meant to be a turning point, but I came out the movie and went, "What the fuck happened to the mum? Why was she not in the end of the movie?" And I went, "Oh no, wait, yeah, she died." It felt
It was
so
such a nothing scene.
ceremonious. Yeah, nothing seen. It just happened, and then he moves on, and
Maybe that was the point.
no clout's given to it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's kind of thing. I was like, his turn into becoming the Joker doesn't feel earned. But once he's the Joker, it's just so great to watch Joaquin Phoenix be the Joker. You kind of forget about it. You don't
Yeah.
realize that it was so kind of nothing of a transformation.
Because I'll 100% agree with that. Once he finishes his monologue, you actually only see him as the Joker for what, maybe less than 5 minutes. Because the whole monologue where he's screaming at De Niro, even that's still kind of in the cusp of not
think-
quite there.
Still
I
Arthur
think the point
Fleck.
when he's meant to be the Joker is when he there's like a really like a big metaphor scene where he puts the clown mask in the bin, and that's like the getting rid of the
Yeah,
clown and
getting rid of the
becoming
mask
the
and
Joker
becoming-
kind of thing.
But I didn't think it. I don't think it was 100% there. But the moment he stands up to shoot De Niro's character, like Phoenix's portrayal of the Joker from that point on until, and then you don't really see it after he leaves the
TV studio.
TV studio because he's obviously in the back of a car and whatever.
Yeah.
But that little 2.5 minutes.
Magnifique.
The back of the car bit was so. I was like, see if he fucking opens that window and hangs his head out that car. I was so fucking annoyed.
Don't you
And then
forget about me.
And then he got hit by an ambulance and a guy in a clown mask saved him. I was like, oh, there it is. Dark Knight. How's it going? There we go. Can't fucking stay away from it.
Because you need a reference to
Truck
Ledger.
just flips over in front of them. But it's a CGI truck because it's
And
not
then
normal.
Batman turns up on a bike. 8-year-old Batman.
But he just can't run him
Push
over.
bike with a little bell. Going past.
I feel
like
somehow just does a, like,
Stabilizers. And the Bat bike.
does a BMX trick off the wall, bounces and comes back and just runs out.
Then
Come on, hit me.
Falls off the bike, scrapes his knee.
Yeah, but at this point, 8-year-old Batman thinks Thomas and Martha are still alive, so he is capable of killing him. And he runs Joker straight down. Joaquin Phoenix is dead. End of the film.
Here we go. See, we've written.
I think in this universe, Arthur Pennywise becomes Batman.
You think that
I'm just saying it now.
it's really funny because when he was in Outnumbered, a British TV show, he played an American guy. I think he is American.
Is he?
I think so.
Playing an English butler.
I think it's kind of got the same as Avengers Endgame for me. It's the last bit was really good. Why the fuck did you waste so much time with the first bit?
Yeah.
We could have had half the first bit and more last bit. That would have been great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the problem with an origin movie is you have to spend so much time establishing
Setting
the
it
character
up.
that when you finally get to the character, it's like it's too late. And you're kind of like, because like that was Solo. Solo was fun, but it was just a lot of like, here's how he gets the gun, and I was like, oh, I don't care. It's like, here's how he gets the Millennium Falcon. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, here's how he gets the waist. I don't care. It's like, and then he finally has everything. He is Solo. He acts like Solo. This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Skip the origin. Do what they did like in the MCU. It's like skip Spider-Man's origin and just give us Homecoming. When
But that
he's
only
just
works
Spider-Man.
when you know the character's origin and you've seen it 3 times by that point.
But that's what we've all been saying. Like, but with Joker, you don't want and you don't need an origin.
don't need it,
because that's the brilliance of with Dark Knight. It's just like
straight
he
up
just shows up. And
you know what
he's
I'd
just him.
rather go in? You know what I'd rather? I would rather either the animated division of DC. In fact, no, I'd rather the animated division of DC brought out a Joker movie,
But
and it
that's-
wasn't about the origin. It weren't about where he's from. It was just the Joker devising a way to kill the Bat, or at least get Batman even more fucked up, and him going about his day and dealing with like having to go for a conversation with Two-Face, having
Buying
to go
all
for a
those packs of
conversation,
cigarettes.
buying all of his cigarettes,
Getting his tattoos.
yeah, like no, I'd love that. I'd love to see the Joker like going about his day and him figuring out his plan, and just then maybe going out to punt a puppy in the head, and then coming back because
But I think that's the reason
John
Joker
Wick,
doesn't
what's
go
happening?
about Joker doesn't go about his day is because it doesn't make any sense. Like you can't think about any villain's day.
Ryan, I want to see
What is
an
Jaws-
hour and a half long movie. I want to see Joker take a dump. I want to see him order Scrambies for breakfast. I want to watch him eat them for 10 whole minutes.
What's he
all right?
ordering for breakfast?
Scrambies, man. Scramby eggs.
I hate you.
Scrambled,
God, I hate you so much.
scrambled eggs. That's what he's trying to say.
Scrambies.
Just scrambled eggs. Why can't you just say scrambled eggs?
Someone came up to me
Bakey Scrambies.
at the bar and said, "Can I have scrambled eggs on toast?" I'm saying, "Yeah." And they said, "Can I have scrambies on toast?" And fucking glass.
You would just
I'd
like,
have that would be my Joker turning point.
pick up a tennis glass, smash them, and just kind of saunter out and just start painting your face.
Bakey Scrambies.
Oh, stop talking to me.
Side of hashies.
So yeah, I think what's clear about
And some bees.
Joker is that Todd Phillips one day, like DC said, or Warner Bros. Like, hey, we want you to do a Joker movie. And he went, all right, cool.
I mean, who pushed for this actually? Do we know?
Do you wanna
this
hear
feels
it?
like something you'd normally know. Like, where was it?
Todd
Warner
Phillips.
Brothers? Was it DC? Was it Todd
Please give me another
Phillips?
chance, please, please.
He said that he stopped doing comedy movies because woke culture killed comedy. And he's like, oh, I want to do dark movies now. And then-
What a cunt thing to
those are
say.
his words, yeah. And then Warner Bros. Like, we're doing a DC movie. And they were just like, oh, sorry, we're doing a Joker movie. And it's like, I guess we'll get the Hangover guy. That makes sense. And
I've
then-
got an outward conspiracy theory.
Okay. I love conspiracy.
I
Like,
just come out with it right now, but
Is
I
it-
think
is
it's.
it-
I want to hear it.
The more I think about it, the more I
and
think
you know
it's
what?
really good.
I'm already invested, and I believe whatever you're about to
and what's
say.
exciting is about the Loch Ness Monster, nothing to do with Joker. So let's just settle in.
Joker, featuring Joaquin Phoenix, is actually a biopic of Todd Phillips' life. How he was actually thought he was really fucking funny at the start, and the more people shat on him and told him that everything he made was shit,
Yeah.
he became really dark, and then by and which made Joker
But
with
I made-
Joaquin Phoenix.
3
That's pretty
whole
spot on.
Hangover movies. I don't understand why you don't like them anymore. You liked the
It's
first
got
one, didn't you?
Mike Tyson's in it. Everyone
And
loves
Tyson's tattoos in it, not on him.
There's a
We've got
tiger.
tiger. Yeah, we've got an actual
A monkey
tiger.
at some point too, right?
Yeah,
I'm thinking in Night at the Museum.
Second one. I know, Audio Boy's
Robin
seen all
Williams
of them.
turns up. Robin Williams turns up. Robin Williams goes for his stag do with Michelle Pfeiffer and
What are you
Michelle
talking-
McManus.
What?
And he
Michelle
passes
McManus,
out and he wakes up on the
Talking
roof.
about Robin Williams.
Michelle
Film Academy or
Pfeiffer,
something?
Michelle McManus, and
Why is Michelle McManus in
Michelle
this?
Williams all have to go and find Robin Williams because he went missing on his stag do. That's the film. That's the movie we were talking about, Hangover 1.
Michelle McManus.
Michelle McManus, Michelle Williams,
Is Michelle
Pfeiffer.
McManus that Scottish singer who was in like Fame Academy or something?
Yes.
He used to work with her sister.
You used to work with her sister? No, wow, we were in the the company of a
Wait,
celebrity.
wait, where?
Noah.
Where did you want? Where?
I worked for a clothing company. Her sister worked
And
at.
she was there.
She wasn't.
What was
Do
the
you want to say the name of the clothing
Her
company?
sister
or-
was called Carrie. She's really lovely.
or did you
Carrie
get fired?
McManus.
Carrie, yep. If she's listening to this, hi. She's
Hi,
definitely
Carol.
not.
We're talking about you.
Michelle McManus loves movie podcasts.
So there you go. So that's my version of The Hangover. I call
only-
it the three Michelles.
The Hangover had the sexy guy who's the Rocket the Raccoon,
That was Michelle Williams.
Bradley
Yep.
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper,
The fat one,
Zach
Michelle McManus.
Galifianakis.
the fat one with the
Michelle
beard.
McManus. So-
Ed
and then you had the short one.
I don't know who the big tall guy
Michelle
is.
Pfeiffer.
And then the guy from National Treasure who wasn't Nicolas Cage.
Yes,
Robin
that's true. He
Williams.
wasn't- Yeah.
Why
I'm
is
telling
Robin-
the movie I made.
So you're just doing like female Ghostbusters, but for the Hangover?
It'll happen. Except
And
it'll be the
Robin
same people.
Williams-
It'll be
Robin
exactly the
Williams
same
keeps
people who's in.
keeps
Didn't
his
they already
position.
do it though? Wasn't Tiffany Haddish in a movie that was like a Hindu that goes
Scarlett Johansson.
crazy? Or is it Scarlett Johansson?
I literally. That's so weird. You brought that up. I was after the Joker. I was
We're interconnected.
Well, I was
you and
looking
I.
at something and that popped up, and I went, "Oh, that's Scarlett Johansson is like a bridesmaid. That's or like a bride to be." And I clicked on it, and I went, "I've never heard of this movie." And it came out in 2017. I thought I would have at some point. It would have been on my radar, or it would have been in my ethers. You know what I mean, like somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, I'd never heard of it. And then I looked into it, and I was like, "Oh, that's just a Hangover with ladies."
From my
Yeah. Oh no.
from my
It's-
memory,
It's very well. Yeah.
Is it just the Hangover with ladies?
Any-
I think you should watch it.
it's called Rough Night.
Rough
Rough
Night.
Night,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's a
Rough Night sounds like a
It's a
Final
ride.
Fantasy character.
So things go terribly wrong for a group of girlfriends who hire a male stripper for a bachelor party in Miami because apparently the guy
There's
dies.
an entire B plot where the groom is trying not to shit himself for like the entire movie.
Basically, what they've just done is
Classic.
they've taken the scene where Danny DeVito's in Friends and made it into a film.
Does the stripper die? Do they
Yeah,
do a Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
The
It's
stripper
Weekend
dies.
at Bernie's.
Yeah, have you not seen the? I take
No,
you
I
didn't see the trailer.
No.
The trailer was everywhere.
Does at any point Scarlett Johansson wear like a leather bodysuit?
No.
Don't care.
That's all. Can't wait for that Black Widow movie.
I can wait for that.
Oh, that's, I mean, it's good. Yeah, another
I
origin
can wait
movie.
for actually probably everything that Marvel has planned,
Yeah, I kind of feel the same actually.
apart from
Like-
Blade. I can't wait for that.
Like,
Get fucked. I'm buzzing for it all.
came out far from home.
I have
like
no
they did,
problems admitting that.
they gave us J.K. Simmons. I was happy, but since then I'm just kind of like. Then they showed us that massive slate at Comic Con. I just looked at it and I went, I don't care.
No, what if?
I
What
just
if-
J.K.
don't care.
Simmons. Oh, we've sold Spider-Man. It's fine.
No, he's back.
He's back.
He's back.
He's like Marvel get to see him like every second weekend.
Someone said something great, which is every post-credit scene for MCU movies at this point should just be J. Jonah Jameson just,
Talking about the film.
talking about
Doing
the
a
film,
news
just ripping
docket.
into
Do you know
the
they
camera.
I'd
have
be up
an
for that.
actual website?
Yeah, I heard of
There's
someone sent me this.
real website where
Well, I
J.
know
Jonah
what I'm
Jameson
doing with my
updates.
night.
I just did a Gavin and pointed with the microphone, so I thought,
I like
You
we're
dick.
doing a Gavin.
yeah,
You need to stand next time.
There's actually a proper website.
Sweet.
It's they've done it up like a
I love that.
a news rag.
But have you
Fake
seen the
news
whole main thing
articles.
about Joker? To get back to where we were.
It was J. Jonah Jameson talking about it on the
Yeah,
On the Daily Bugle
on
website.
the post credits. As they've just been comparing it to, I think this time last year Venom came out,
Yeah.
and it's just been like constantly like Joker is better than Venom. It's like a fucking completely different
It's
film.
a different
Also,
movie. Also,
I
not
would
hard.
hope so. Because you can't get much worse than Venom.
Yeah. Like
Even
Tom
Tom-
Hardy played Tom Hardy in that film.
Yeah, Tom Hardy couldn't even save that film.
I'm surprised he didn't do the weird Jewish American accent that he does between both Peaky Blinders and the film where he plays the Craze. He does the same accent for Reggie or Ronnie Cray and the Jewish guy in Peaky Blinders.
Is that not, he's also Inception, right? He's puts on
Totally does that same accent
weird
then.
fake. It's that weird fake
And it's also
kind
the,
of
it's
English.
also the,
yeah.
it's also the accent they dub over in autotune for Bane. See, he does the same one.
We've spoken about this before. It was just like Tom Hardy signs on for a movie and it comes to contract and it's like the line is I get to do whatever voice I want from it. And they're just like, but what voice are you going to do, Tom? It's like, well, I'll decide when I show up to set. He's like, my name's Tom Hardy and I'm going to do this voice. He's like, no, Tom, you're supposed to be playing a serial killer. You can't. It's like,
Nope,
that's the voice I'm
He
going to
does,
do
no, he
now.
does, there's so like I love Tom Hardy. He's really great, but there's so many things he's like. Well, like why do you sound like you got a fucking blocked nose? Like he sounds like he's such a bad cold. He's like, Tommy, I'm just all the money we've lost. It.
Hey,
Like,
it's-
shut up! Shut up!
It's the quick Bane impression. Just hold your nose closed.
That's why,
Like Bird now.
like with Chris Nolan, he's just spending more time covering his face and taking his voice away. He's like, I don't want to hear you anymore, and I can't hear you anyway because it's just noise in my
The
ears.
first time I seen The Dark Knight Rises, I straight up walked out when I could not understand a single word Bane said, and everyone was going, "Oh, it was so good, wasn't it?" I I have no idea what half of his lines were.
That's how I feel
It's such
about
a
all
muffled
the
fucking-
Christopher Nolan Batman.
Tom Hardy said that he
Wait, Dark Knight Rises? Dark Knight Returns?
Dark Knight Rises.
Rises.
Yeah, he
cares?
modelled the voice on old-timey boxers from like the 40s and 50s.
Like Bronson?
Bronson, who he already played and didn't do the voice for. He basically went, shit, this is the voice she's done for Bronson. I'll do it in Bane. It's like,
Bane,
okay.
Bronson, whatever.
Yeah, it's really funny because in Bronson he sounds like a Russian hitman who gets sent to Arkham Asylum.
That's a good movie.
Bronson is
That's
good.
a lot of Tom Hardy penis.
What's the next Batman villain you want to see an origin for?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
Fuck yes!
I'm like Googling cold puns.
Yes.
Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Nope.
Nope.
We got that,
You
didn't
didn't
we?
pick- and
the Gotham thing. The Penguin.
Oh, yeah, they did Penguin
he's
and
not,
Riddler.
He's the main character, right?
Oh, Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oswald
The-
Or as
Cobblepot.
we're going to call him, Oscar Caped Crusader.
Wimbledon tennis match.
No, that's Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, Benedict Cumberbatch has begun with B and C.
No, it doesn't.
Like
I just said Wimbledon
No,
tennis match.
Bermuda Cucumber. You know what I'm talking
His
about.
name is Wimbledon Tennis Match.
Wimbledon tennis match.
In the
Wimbledon Common.
in the Robert Pattinson Batman, Jonah Hill's been cast as Penguin.
I 100%. I'm actually really excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
I want Todd Phillips to direct it the same way he did Starsky and Hutch.
Get Snoop Dogg back in.
Yes.
Jonah Hill as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Because I can't picture Jonah Hill doing anything other than the same thing he's been doing for the last 20 years now.
Well, he's taken on the Leonardo DiCaprio skill of acting, which is he just shouts his lines. That's it.
Nobody. What serious roles has Jonah Hill done?
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's not a serious role.
Not a serious role.
No.
He's the comic relief in that movie.
He did one.
Maniac.
What the fuck is Maniac?
It's on Netflix with Emma Stone.
Oh, Elijah Wood.
I never watched that.
Oh,
No,
wait,
it
the
was- no,
TV show.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of Elijah Wood, but that's Jonah Hill.
Moneyball. He's pretty serious in that.
I don't even think I've seen Moneyball.
Serious in War
Moneyball
Dogs.
I never saw War Dogs.
My favorite Jonah Hill.
It's really bad.
My favorite Jonah Hill films are Click and The 4-Year-Old Virgin.
I would highly recommend.
My favorite Jonah Hill films are In Bruges and Submarine.
Yeah, but, no, but my
My
two
films
are-
I like, which Jonah Hill does not feature.
True Story and Moneyball. Those are the two. I would highly
I
recommend
love the
people
bit
watch
when he
Moneyball.
gets period on his leg and super bad. I don't like anything about Jonah Hill. Apart from his new film, which is really good.
I don't like
I was
Moneyball.
reading about Chekhov's gun the other day. Just as a final. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we've come very far away from Joker, but
I mean, I can bring us back.
I was reading about
I've got one
Chekhov's
last
gun,
point.
and In Bruges is like a masterclass in Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
Because I read it in an article. Somebody said, "Oh, the Chekhov's gun." In
Do you want to explain Chekhov's gun for people?
Sorry, yeah, Chekhov's gun
Find out
is.
yourselves.
Do what I did.
Go to Wikipedia
Google
if it's
it.
still up.
You
Might not
fucking
be.
lazy
And also
fucks.
give them money or don't. I don't care.
Yeah, Chekhov's gun is the literary and media device where if you spend any time on something or draw any kind of attention to it in a play or a film or a TV show, it should come into play later on in that media. So if at the beginning of your
Chekhov's
movie,
fireplace is Chekhov's gun.
yeah, if you come in and there's a gun above a fireplace and the camera lingers on it for a second, or somebody even mentions it, oh, that's a nice gun. That gun should be used to kill something.
Also, just so everyone's clear, this isn't Pavel Chekhov from Star Trek. We're talking about. He doesn't have
Nobody
a fireplace
thought that.
with a gun above
Not
it.
a single person.
Someone might
No
have been.
one thought that.
Just someone. Anyone. Shout out
What
to Richard. Rest
episodes
in
of
peace.
Star Trek, the original series, can I watch? Or, yeah, the original series where Welshie makes an appearance.
Any episode ever, but it's Scotty, not Welshie.
No, I want Welshie.
He doesn't exist. It's
He
Scotty.
does. Welshie, the big fat guy. Where's the
That's Scotty.
red top? Nope, it's Welshie.
Welshie doesn't exist. It's Scotty.
No, I watched the Futurama episode.
I don't like
and
you.
Welshie makes an appearance.
Go back to eating scrannies, you fucking
Scrambies.
twat. Go Scrabbies. I don't care.
Scrambies.
Scrannies, the Scrambies.
Scrambies. Go and eat some grannies.
So yeah, bring us back to Joker one last time because I feel like
Things Gavin's not good at.
we're coming to
Joking. Done.
we're coming to an end. I feel on the Joker.
I feel like
After
I'm done with it.
See, the more like now, see, I've sat and like this, like I've tried not to talk about it because I knew I was coming here, and the more I've thought about it, I don't care.
yeah, it's kind of like this
was
movie.
boring. Who
It's like
cares?
it's a movie that we watched. We talked about it afterwards when we went for pints for a wee bit, but after that we weren't like
Yeah, we didn't talk about
Need
it
to
for
keep
a long
discussing.
time.
Yeah, because for context, we're recording this on the Monday. You and I saw it on the Friday.
And I seen it yesterday.
And you saw it, yeah, yesterday.
I seen it yesterday, and I have nothing to say about it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
kinda
like the comic book elements. As a movie, it's Taxi Driver, or it wants to be Taxi
Well,
Driver.
see
That's
if-
it. That's my review.
Halle Berry was really, really, really good and did a great performance in Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the same as this Joker film.
Ouch.
It was written shit,
Yep.
set pretty badly. Other characters,
I mean,
apart from the main character, were terrible.
cinema-
But the lead actress held the whole thing.
The cinematography and the blocking was really great.
You're still talking about Catwoman, right?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, the cinematography was really great in Joker. Yeah. But I don't think the cinematography was particularly great. I think it was just
It was just
it was just an
I'm
advance.
with
just
you.
like-
I think it was. I
I
think
just
it
like-
just did the classic. Hey, you want to make your film look gritty and real?
Yeah, they also fucked it, making it like it was set in the 70s, though. I was like, oh, your cars are 70s, but this film looks like it was filmed today.
yeah.
I mean, after watching Joker,
That's Gotham.
watched Martin Scorsese's The King of Comedy, which is a massive influence to Joker, clearly. And I watched Taxi Driver earlier this year. So my recommendation would be go watch an actual filmmaker a once great filmmaker who made two great films, and then you've got Joker.
Yeah, just go watch Taxi Driver.
Watch Taxi Driver and watch King of Comedy, and imagine because it's Robert De Niro, that's the same character. That's your Joker movie. That's my recommendation.
Then watch Joker. See that Robert De Niro's character from Taxi Driver and
King of
King
Comedy.
of Comedy has become a talk show host.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
gets shot in the fucking
funny
head.
thing is, like, if you watch King of Comedy, the progression of that character is what Robert De Niro's character would become in Joker, which is kind of cool. And obviously, like, the color scheme of the talk show is very much like King of Comedy. But yeah,
Can't wait for like fucking Asa Bartfield's breakthrough film when he shoots Joaquin Phoenix's talk show host in the head.
so yeah, go watch King of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
All hail Joaquin Phoenix, though. He
Yeah,
was
Joaquin
so
Phoenix.
class,
Yeah,
so
Joaquin
good.
Phoenix.
It's
The main thing about it, I
astonishing.
think, the last thing I saw him in, where he was also really good, was You Were Never Really Here, the Lynn Ramsey film.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking tank in that.
Yeah.
And like to go from
He's a
watching him as such a
powerhouse.
big power presence to being this
Weak
literal
little.
skin and bones,
Yeah.
like heroin chic looking guy.
Yeah.
In fact,
was a huge
that's an even
change.
better recommendation. Go watch You're Never Really Here. That's a better Joker movie.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
He does darker shit in that to become the Joker than he does in
Yeah,
this
he
Joker
does.
movie.
He goes through some real fucked up shit in that.
It's
I feel like we're being light on the fact he kills his own mum, but other than that,
yeah, but there's because
And then-
that
She's not really his
scene
mum.
just comes out of no, like it just isn't a.
Also, we were-
the one criticism I have though of Joaquin Phoenix's character in
I was
Joker.
going to say the one.
The one criticism of the movie. No, the one criticism I do have is his meek, smiling, like trying to be nice to people at the beginning felt so caricaturesque. What are you called? Caricatures?
fake as fuck.
Yeah,
Forced,
I know it-
disingenuous.
yeah, I think force is the one because it's kind
Those
of meant
made
to
me look really
it's kind of
illiterate.
meant to be disingenuous. It's meant to be like
I
fake
think
as fuck because it's
but
not
the Red
him.
Hood
But
kind of character was very much a do anything for attention kind of. Can you
know,
bleep out
it's-
names in this?
I think that was it. It's,
Yeah, it's very much a kind of
Oh, yeah, it is.
like would do anything for fucking like somebody's attention and love, like literally wank off your dog just for you to fucking laugh
so
at
when,
him. Like,
when you hear this,
He'll never hear this.
I'm going to say one more time. That's 4 sets of bleeps.
He said his name
I
wrong, which
love
is
how you
great.
say his name.
All of these are getting bleeped out, and I'm just excited that
God, I hope
someone
so.
may listen to this and be like, "Wait, is that me?"
He's definitely not going to listen to this.
Yeah, but he'll also just be happy that we're talking about him.
Exactly. Be like,
He wins in the end.
do you ever? I was thinking about that earlier. Me doing that action. I did a wanking action.
Wank in hand,
For the
classic
listener.
schoolboy.
How hard do you reckon Todd Phillips was when someone phoned him and told him that Robert De Niro had agreed to do this film?
I mean, originally Martin Scorsese was executive producer, maybe going to direct, and then he just stepped fully away. And then Todd Phillips went, "Okay, then I'll just copy 2 of your films then."
Yeah, I'll just do what you did, right? It can't be that hard.
Todd
Just
Phillips is
slap it
basically
together.
just going in and be like, "Oh God," he's sitting in like a room with Martin Scorsese, and Martin Scorsese's like, "So what's your thoughts on what the film's gonna be like today?"
That's a good Martin Scorsese.
Thanks. And Todd Phillips is basically, "Yeah, Hangover 4, here we come." And Martin Scorsese's like, "Shit, I gotta get the hell out of here." And then he leaves. He's like, "I'm gonna copy your films, bitch."
Fuck you.
I've never heard Todd Phillips speak, which is why I did an impression of Todd Phillips.
Also, just for
He
context,
sounds like
that's the
Venom
wrong
and Eddie Brock. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 voices. They talk to each other. One's a man's voice, and the other one's a hissing alien.
Hey Todd, you should really fuck up this film.
And what is going to make Todd Phillips happy and what's going to make Warner Bros. Happy. I don't have the production budget, but so far over the weekend, this film's made $245 million, and it's going to probably continue to make more money.
I fucking told you, man. Yes, Todd.
So
I told you we should have got that Johnny Cash guy.
we can shit on Todd Phillips as much as we want. He's made a shit ton of money.
Made a
for
shit
that
ton of
movie.
money. However, like on the final thing I'm going to say about this, and I think I'm spent. I know we talked about Rotten Tomatoes before, but I remember seeing before the film had released, and I know we kind of touched on it with the Cannes thing. Before the film released, the reviews were sitting at something like IMDb had it up at 9.1. Rotten Tomatoes was sitting at 98%, or it was like almost a perfect movie.
Yeah, they dropped into low 60s.
It's down to the low 60s
I think it's
now
only up to low
because
70s at the
people have
moment.
actually seen it and are going on and going, I don't understand.
It's amazing how much
Fuck.
a really high res photo of Joaquin Phoenix in makeup with loads of 5 stars and 5-word reviews around it will make people on IMDb like, this must be the shit.
It's gonna be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's so funny that Joaquin Phoenix probably will get nominated for Best Actor out of this movie.
Deservedly so, I feel.
I
Is he in time?
straight up.
Is he in time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is in time. It's October.
No, the film In Time. He's not.
No,
in
is he
that.
like
With Justin
the
Timberlake?
amount of
With
time
Justin
of-
Timberlake, Olivia Wilde, and
Amanda Seyfried.
Nice. Joaquin Phoenix isn't in that, man.
As in, the
That's your point. Finish.
the time
Moving on.
frame of, done. The time frame of being in Oscar related, yeah, he is. But I think one of my huge things is why the fuck didn't they make this with Joaquin Phoenix like 10 years ago? He's too old.
Why didn't Martin Scorsese direct that? Well, in fact, I don't know if I want him. He's not good anymore.
Well,
so.
yeah, was it? I think
Martin Scorsese
Dave,
would just have Batman shooting people so much.
Dave and Hannah were both like, oh yeah, because the Joker's the same age as Batman, so that's strange. I kind of had to go, no, the Joker's not famously, but he is like 10, 15, 20 years older than Batman. But the timescale of this movie, where he's, 30 years old? That means the Joker's going to be...
Like, how old is
60.
Joaquin Phoenix? 50?
I mean, like, if you
45?
No, I'd say they were aiming to make him high 30s, like 40-ish.
Yeah.
However, Batman's 8, which means by the time Batman is in his prime at, 30? 32?
Batman must have had like footballer retirement. He must be retiring like 32.
Yeah.
He's fucked, man.
But his, Joker's an old man at that point.
Yeah, I can't wait for
The Joker's better, mate. And Alfred's like, fucking get a grip, man.
What are you
He's the
talking
same age as
about?
me.
I sneezed and he fell over the last night.
I can't wait for in a couple of years when we were watching the Robert Pattinson Batman, and then there's just like you hear that laugh, and then Joaquin Phoenix comes in a mobility scooter, and he's like, it's like, well, this isn't very. He just pushes him over and just walks away. It's just like, okay, done. Like you're not threatening at all.
No, well, that was...
Yeah, like I
that was
reckon
anticlimactic.
Joaquin, by the time Robert Pattinson's Batman, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker are already like drinking John Smith's. Like,
Yeah,
he's old as fuck.
Literally like, oh, how do I find the Joker? It's like, well, he's on the number 22 because he's got his bus pass and he uses that to get in and out of the city. It's just like,
But that's the main headline. Gotham has cancelled all his bus passes. Gotham City is so bad.
oh my god, the Joker has become even worse because he lost his bus pass. Life is hard on the Joker.
We should have stopped this 10 minutes ago.
Welcome to this podcast.
Final,
Please, God,
final
fill it
thoughts. I'm going to point... shite?
I think the film was shite. I think Joaquin Phoenix was really good.
Shite?
I'm going to echo those points. Joaquin Phoenix fucking makes this film, and without him, it's just not really anything worth talking about.
Audio Boy, have you seen the movie?
I have.
Shite? It's okay.
I feel like it's not.
You could have just made that noise into the mic. And that would have been enough.
Yeah, it's not shite enough to be shite, but it's not good enough to be like, no, it's not. It's just.
It's nothing.
It's pretty nothing. Yeah.
It's like when you meet someone and you don't like them, but you don't hate them. You just don't
Oh, like Gavin.
acknowledge
I was going to say, are we talking about me? Can we just acknowledge you're talking about me so it's easier for everyone?
Wait, I thought you were Phil.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you not Gary? Who
No.
the fuck am I? Yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. That has been our meandering review of
A good review, I feel.
Joker.
We had some
Yeah.
good discussions.
It's definitely meandering.
There
We
was a
went off
man
topic
bat Easter egg
horrendously
in
point.
the film. How do I know this? Because Ryan points it out to me.
I haven't double checked that.
There was a man bat?
I think there was a man bat Easter egg, but
There
I can't
ain't
remember.
no man bat Easter egg.
There ain't
I'm pretty sure-
bat Easter. Why did you say it like
Martin
that?
Scorsese, sir, guys. I'm pretty sure Robert De Niro introduces an animal expert onto the show, and I can't remember if he said Kurt Langman back. Yeah, maybe.
And if it
Langford.
was, then it's man bat.
That is man bat. Yeah.
Huh. I mean,
I'm going to
maybe.
do some ASMR.
I have no... I got nothing to back up that at all.
Me neither. And I actually wasn't going to mention it because I wasn't sure, but then Gavin, dropped me right in that. So,
So you know
Picture in the
you're
corner.
yeah, music is still life.
I knew you were going to do something like that.
What an episode. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I've been Gary. We've had on the right of me
The bane of your existence. Yep.
and the Joker to my left.
Gavin. Right, that was Gavin.
Here I am.
Nope, you're in front of me. Joker to my left.
I'm Philip.
And in front of me.
Ryan.
Stuck in a metal with you.
We don't have the rights for that.
Okay.
It's not parody.
So yeah, I'm pretty
Quit
sure
it.
no one who listens is going to think that was the song.
Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram by searching for the Meandering Movie Podcast. You can get us via email if you send us one of them. The Meandering Movie Podcast at gmail.com.
Correct.
Any emails, Gavin?
Nope.
Not a single one.
Well, we've got bills for all the stuff I pay for.
Bills and a tumbleweed that blows through once
Yes.
once a day when you open it up. Send us an email, you fucks. I kind of want to hear
want
from
to
you.
talk to you. We want to communicate with you.
All 12 of you.
That's generous.
You can get us on Twitter at Meandering Pod.
Aye.
And
If you're on iTunes, you can jump down the description. There's a whole bunch of links.
show notes.
Leave
We got
leave
so
a
much
review,
in there.
Leave topic suggestions. We were running out, but then recently I've just been fucking.
You've been popping off.
I've been popping them out
You've been
like
popping
like,
off.
No, I'm good at this.
You guys just wait for more films to come out, though, right?
No, it's much more than
that's
that.
the easy option, but we like to make things difficult for ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, Ryan, would you like to?
You got anything to plug, Ryan?
your goodness, your photography.
You do a
and
music,
such?
you do a photo, you do a gaming, you have a product that you were paid to be here for. Let us know right now.
None of those
Any
things.
dietary milks that you're drinking that are working for you? Or?
I don't drink milk.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a food replacement that you'd like to recommend, such as Huel or Soylent?
Nope.
Do you porn?
Nope.
What is your Pornhub handle?
It is all the names that Gavin has on this podcast. It changes weekly. When Gavin comes up with a new name, that's my Pornhub handle, and I'm going to struggle through the fucking week with the Pornhub handle, the bane of your life. Like literally, he's making my life so. I used to make like when he was Big Daddy Gav, I was getting so many views,
good.
and now he's the
People
bane of
loving
your
it.
life.
Nobody wants to
I'm going
watch
to be.
that.
I'm not eating this month.
He was the white sauce maker.
The white sauce maker was actually surprisingly popular.
What about trench foot?
Trench foot got some weird
Bringing in the sailor crowd.
Thailand hits.
Davina McCall, that was one.
Gavin
Got the
McCall.
Scottish numbers through the roof.
Cool. Guys, thank you so much for listening. That is it from us. Will the Meandering Movie boop up.
What?
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Music is life.
It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. So won't you lend an ear?